Hi there, I'm Scott Lowe with ActualTech Media. I'm joined today by Murli Thirumale, CEO of Portworx. Murli, thank you for being here today.
Yeah, I'm delighted.
And thank you for having us.
Yeah, wonderful.
So tell us what the purpose of Portworx is. What's its role in life? What business problems is it solving?
Portworx very simply solves the problem of deploying Docker in an enterprise. And so if you're deploying Docker and have sort of solved the whole packaging problem as a developer, and now you're getting into the IT process of deployment, this is where we come in, because we provide storage infrastructure that allows you to solve all of the problems of persistent storage, of scheduling storage, of having distributed storage that has been plaguing people who've been trying to deploy Docker in the enterprise.
So when we think about containers, I mean, it's really gone through an evolution process, sort of like virtualization did in the early days. From a year ago, where are we today compared to then with regard to containers?
It's a dramatically different world from about a year ago. So a year ago, containers were a developer's delight, right? What we found was that developers were able to package and deploy applications. They were able to go to the Docker Hub and pull down, hundreds of thousands of pre-containerized applications. They had all of the tools they needed to be able to effectively use Docker. On the other hand, IT was in a world of hurt. As they tried to go deploy containers, they found problems with things like data persistence. They found that they could not schedule IT infrastructure at a per container level. They had issues with the ability, for example, to manage high availability of containers as they moved from one node to the other and had reliability issues. Now, circle forward about a year, and it's a whole new world that's different. First of all, Docker is not just for the developer, it is for IT ops. IT ops is deploying Docker in ways that allow them to dramatically slash cost, converge their data center, change the whole the deployment model for how they've deployed these apps. The other thing that's happening is it's not just for web scale apps, it's for the enterprise. 71% of people in the enterprise now are containerizing legacy apps and taking that into the world of containers.
That's interesting, and that sort of answers the next question to a point, which is, when people start thinking about moving from bare metal even to virtualization, there was a big change. And now we're looking at virtualization to containers, also some coexistence period. But what's changing in the data center as a result of this container sort of deployment model that people are undertaking?
Yeah, well, see, one of the big things we're seeing is sort of this emergence of a thin container infrastructure to replace the fat legacy infrastructure in data centers. So in other words, containers are remaking the data center. Right? So what is happening? We're seeing that when you have this application fabric that is super fast and responsive and easy to deploy, which is Docker and containers, now when you look at IT infrastructure, when you try to deploy that super fast, responsive, fluid infrastructure on existing legacy infrastructure, things don't work. And so there is emerging now a thin container infrastructure that is purpose-built for containers. Products like Portworx in the storage area, there's schedulers, there's other purpose-built solutions for containers that really allow you to remove all of the legacy infrastructure, slim it down, converge it, and deploy containers in a fast, responsive environment, much like the application fabric is now.
And if I'm an IT manager looking at containers, I mean, where do I start?
So, it's very simple. There's really 3 steps that I think you can take as an IT manager. One of them is containerize, the second is converge, and the third is commoditize. So containerize is self-evident, right? Just start, go to the Docker Hub, go take a bunch of your existing applications. You might already find the pre-containerized, download them, and you're ready to go, right? Or very simply, Docker has an amazing set of tools to allow you to containerize your application. So containerizing your applications allows you now to get that application portability, speed of deployment. The second part is converging. You really don't need the 2-layer server, compute, and storage infrastructure anymore. The world is converging, and so are containers. Containers allow you to take your existing server infrastructure and converge it with your storage infrastructure and turn it into a thin, slim, responsive infrastructure. The third one is commoditize. you really don't need to go get these legacy arrays, SANs, NASs that are all old artifacts of the old era, of pre-container era. With containers now, you can deploy them on this converged infrastructure. So converge, containerize, converge, and commoditize are the 3 steps that people can take and get started. Deploy a little island of containerized applications in your existing infrastructure. Eliminate SANs and VMs and get going.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Scott.